Well, Drew Sams is senior pastor of Bel Air Church in Los Angeles, and he joins us now for more. Drew, thank you so much for being with us. And just tell us about the situation there. How close is the fire getting to your church?
Well, our church is up on Mulholland Drive in Los Angeles, and yesterday morning I received a phone call from one of our members who's a fire captain telling me to wake up. And I ended up getting up on campus at about 5:30 a.m. on Monday morning. We could see flames from our campus about a mile and a half away from the Getty fire. And we've been closed yesterday and today. We have a preschool on site, and we've been mobilizing our church to help support those first responders.
And Drew, you mentioned this a bit. How is your congregation being impacted by this situation?
Well, our church family extends all over Los Angeles, so we have members that live in the evacuation areas. They've had some of them be within 15 minutes gathering their things and getting out of their homes. And we know that there's about a dozen families right now that have relocated, that are staying with family, friends, or even other members of our church.
You know, you mentioned this affecting really the whole community, but what about those people who are, outside of maybe your church community? Are you able to reach out to them and help them in this difficult situation?
You know, there's evacuation centers all over Los Angeles, and it's so wonderful. Our church family has been showing up and simply being present with those that they've never met before, who have been evacuated, and they're bringing water, they're bringing their presence, and they're just bringing encouragement to those that did not imagine they'd be spending today in an evacuation center.
Mm-hmm. Drew, you were talking about encouragement to those being affected by this, but what is your prayer during this time?
Well, you know, yesterday morning I came up on campus, and it was early in the morning. I could see the flames. Another one of our church members, Anthony Zamiti, a good friend of mine, drove up on campus. It was dark out still, and we prayed for our city. Book of Jeremiah says that we should pray for the city that we've been brought into, for if it prospers, we too will prosper. And so we just prayed for safety. We prayed for peace. We prayed for strength for those navigating things and responding. And I really believe that regardless of where you are, whether it's here in Los Angeles or around the world, prayer is powerful, and God hears the prayers of those that cry out to him. So I'd rather spend that energy praying rather than worrying or filled with anxiety.
Yeah. Well, Drew, thank you so much for what you're doing out there, and know that so many of our viewers are praying for you and sending their thoughts and their prayers to you and that community.
Well, we treasure your prayers, and church isn't a location. It's not an hour on Sunday, but it's a group of people. And I'm just so proud of the global church and our church mobilizing prayer and response in this time.
Drew Sams, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.